Hey guys, welcome to another week on the mat. So today we will be working through yoga for the spine. So you'll be seeing a lot of twists, a lot of moving through different planes of movement rather than just the usual planes that we move through every day, normal activity, or even just in the gym and stuff like that. So if you're super comfortable, take it as far as you want. If it's something that you know is a challenge for you, or you're always working with a tight back, just go gentle on yourself. As always, tune in, listen to your body. Make sure you're asking yourself what you need throughout the class as well, and just try not to let the ego take over. It is one of those classes where you really have to step back, listen to your body, and meet yourself where you're at. So if anything feels uncomfortable, especially on your lower back, just take it back a notch. There's always room to pull it back or to take it further. Again, meet yourself where you are today. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we're going to start just in a child's pose position like we did last week. Let's just sit nice and deep, pull your hips back and down, relax your head to the mat, and just let your hips hang heavy towards your heels. Take your knees as wide as you need. And can we start to find length through our spine? So before we move through any twists today, we just want to lengthen through the spine, create some space in this area. Start to draw your attention to your breath. With every inhale, can you feel your spine lengthen out in front? And with every exhale, can you feel your tailbone lengthen towards your heels? Lengthening in opposite directions, almost as though you're feeling your vertebrae extend away from each other, almost like a slinky. Breathe into that space. Let's take one more full inhale here. Creep your fingertips as far away from you as you can. And as you exhale, pull your hips back, sit deep to your heels. And on your next inhale, make your way up into your tabletop. So tucking your knees under your hips, plant your hands, spread your fingers into the ground. As we inhale, let's take a cat-cow. Lift your tailbone, drop your belly, roll your shoulders back. Let your head and neck reach towards the sky. As you exhale, rounding through your spine, tuck your tailbone, slowly moving vertebrae by vertebrae until our breath is emptied and our back is fully curled. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, shoulders back and down, raising to the ceiling. And exhale, rounding through the spine. Again, just moving vertebrae by vertebrae, taking it as slow as you can. When you come to this fully rounded position, think about pressing into the ground with all fours. Moving with our breath. Trying to lengthen the breath for the entire movement and lengthening the movement for the entire breath. Let's take one more round of our cat-cow. And then when you're ready, meeting back in that tabletop position. As you inhale, reach your right arm to the ceiling. As you exhale, threading it through under the opposite arm, come to rest your right ear on the floor. And creep your fingertips towards the front of the mat. And then slowly start to drop this left shoulder, like we're dropping, flattening our chest towards the ground. And just a gentle twist, but we should feel a bit of a stretch into the back of our right shoulder. Maybe a gentle twist into our back. Take one more full breath here. And a full exhale, bring your left hand back in front of your face. On that inhale, reach that right arm back to the sky. And exhale to all fours. Inhale, left arm to the sky, gaze follows your hand. As you exhale, threading it under the right. This time left knee comes to the floor. Reach your right fingertips towards the top of the mat. Pull your hips back and start to drop that right armpit towards the ground. Flattening the chest, putting just slight pressure onto that the back of your left shoulder. Just a gentle twist through the spine. Notice any differences from side to side. And on your next inhale, and then exhale, bring your right hand back to plant in front of your face. Inhale, reaching up. One more time. Exhale, come back to all fours. And then we're just going to sit onto our bottom. Bring your feet around to the front into a cross-legged position or whatever feels good for you. Good. Shift your hips till you feel nice and comfortable. Take a deep breath in, reaching your arms up to the sky. Can you pull your shoulders down away from your ears? And as you exhale, let's twist over to the left. So right hand grabs onto the left knee, left hand plants behind. As we inhale, lengthen towards the ceiling like someone's pulling from the top of our head. And as we exhale, twisting to look over that left shoulder. 2 more breaths here. With every inhale, we lengthen through the spine, sit a little taller. As we exhale, twisting over the left shoulder. You can use that right hand as leverage, but again, tune in, listen to your body. This is a good position here just to figure out where we're at today with our spine, with our back. Take 1 more inhale and a full exhale as you twist over. Inhale, reaching back up to the ceiling. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. And as we exhale, take it the opposite way. Left hand to your right knee, right hand behind. Inhale, lift and lengthen out of your seat. And as you exhale, twist to look behind. Keep your gaze following over that right shoulder. 2 more breaths like that. Inhale to lengthen. Remember, we're thinking like someone's pulling us nice and long at the top of our head. Exhale, twisting. Again, notice any differences side to side. You might have slightly more range on one side. Inhale, lift. And exhale, twist one last time. And release. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, planting, rolling onto all fours. Tap your toes and let's take it into our downward dog. Planting your hands, step your feet back into a comfortable position. And just take a moment to pedal out your legs, to maybe roll through your spine a few times. Just see what feels good. Shift your hips from side to side and find that comfy position for you in your downward dog. Once you're there, just trying to relax our belly, release through our shoulders, trying to find a position we can relax into. On our next inhale, we're going to lift through our toes and start to roll through our spine, really exaggerating that until we come into that plank position. From here, we're going to bend our knees, sit all the way back. So we're lengthening, looking towards our fingertips. Inhale, lift the bum. Roll forward like you're lifting your spine to the ceiling. And then find your plank. Let's take that 2 more times, just finding that movement through our spine. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, lift your bum, downward dog, and then roll through your spine all the way to the front, back into your plank. Last time, exhale, sit back to your heels. Inhale, bum to the sky, lift all the way, feel the stretch into your hamstrings, and then start to roll into your plank. Good. From here, let's come up onto our tippy toes. Squeeze your elbows in by your side and gently lower yourself to the mat. Inhale to a baby cobra, untucking the toes. Pull your shoulders back and down. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming up, baby cobra. Squeeze your glutes to protect your lower back. Pin your elbows back and your chest come a little higher. exhale, release. Let's take one more, inhaling up. Maybe this time we take our hands off the mat. Holding here for 2 beats. Every inhale, lift a little higher. One more, inhaling up. And exhale, plant your hands, tuck your toes. Let's step it back, sit back to your heels. Inhale to your downward dog. Pedal out again here if you need to find that comfy position. And then sit your hips back and down. Bending your knees, look to your hands and hop or step forward into your forward fold. Grabbing onto opposite elbows or just letting your hands dangle towards the ground, just shifting side to side. Good. Release your fingertips, inhaling to a half lift. And exhale, release. Notice where your weight is in your feet. If you're hanging forward or sitting back, can you find that middle ground? Can you evenly spread your toes? Can you evenly spread your weight between the front of your feet and the back of your feet? And can you just release and relax your head and neck? Let's take a few breaths here, and I want you to think about relaxing all the way from your hips, vertebrae by vertebrae, until you reach your shoulders, your head, and your neck. So as you take your next inhale, think about lengthening the top of our head towards the ground. And as we exhale, just relax into that position. Can you melt a little more? No need to worry if you've got a bend into your knees. Just thinking about our spine today, lengthening vertebrae by vertebrae. One more breath here. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming into your half lift. Coming onto your fingertips, and as you inhale, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Twist to look back behind. You might notice your left knee start to pop forward. Try and pin that back. If that's too much, you can take your hand to your hip. And then exhale, release. Good. Inhaling the opposite side like you're pulling a bow and arrow back. Extend to the ceiling again. If that right knee starts to pop forward, pull it back. And exhale, release. Tuck our toes in nice and close. Bend your knees, sweep the mat, and on your next inhale, rising into your chair pose. Exhale, release. Sit a little deeper. Inhale, rise through the arms. Switch your core on. Remember, our core helps a lot with that strengthening of our back as well. They work together as one. Exhale, release. Inhale, reaching up. And we're going to bring our hands into a prayer position, or you can find your point. Inhale, reach, extend, squeeze your glutes, and take it all the way back. Exhale, release, bend through the knees. Inhale, sweep up into your chair. Keep your tailbone tucked under. Start to switch that core on. Find your point or your prayer. Inhale, lengthen, squeeze your glutes and go back. Good, let's take that one more time. Sweep the mat, inhaling up into your chair. Tuck the tailbone, core switches on. Find your point or your prayer. Inhale, extend, lengthen, squeeze your glutes and go back. Good, bend the knees and release into your forward fold. Shift side to side here if you need. You should be starting to warm up that spine a little bit more. On your next inhale, sweep back into your chair. Don't worry, we won't stay here for long. Sit deeper. Bring your hands into prayer at your heart, and we're going to hook our right elbow over our left knee. You can help it over if you need to. And twisting to look over that left shoulder. Good. If you feel comfortable here, let's step that right foot, slide it back. So we're coming into our twisted lunge. You can always have this back knee down if you need. Otherwise, we're keeping it up. Open your wings, extend. Hold for a breath. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming up into your twisted warrior. Take your left hand to plant back onto that right leg. And inhale, reaching up and open. Good, you should feel that stretch through the right side of your body. As we exhale, let's windmill our hands back to the ground. Frame that front foot. Good. Stepping it back to your downward dog. Nice. Let's slowly float our body, come through that wave with our spine, finding our plank. Inhaling forward. Tuck your elbows by your sides. As you exhale, release to halfway, flip the feet over. And inhale to our upward dog, roll your shoulders back and down. Exhale back to our downward dog. Bend the knees, step, hop or jump to the front of your mat. Toes come together as we inhale, reaching up into our chair. Keep your tailbone tucked, sink a little deeper. Find your prayer at your heart and let's take our twist over to the opposite side. This time our left elbow hooks over our right knee. Open through that right shoulder. Again, realign the knees. And if we feel good here, let's slide that left foot back, coming into your twisted lunge. Inhaling, opening the wings. Hold for a breath here. And then your next inhale, let's rise up into our twisted lunge. Our right hand finds the back of our left leg. And we reach up and over. Good, feel that stretch and that lengthening down the left side of your body. Windmill your hands back to the mat. And exhale, downward dog. Let's move through our flow. Inhale, rolling forward. Keep your elbows nice and tucked. And exhale, release. Inhale, up dog. Shoulders back and down. And exhale, down dog. Good, we know what we're coming into now, so let's go through that one more time. Bend the knees, hop to the front of the mat. Sweep the mat, rising tall. Sit deep into your chair pose. Bring your hands to your chest and take our twist. Right elbow hooks over our left knee. Twist so that top shoulder is facing towards the ceiling. Slide that right foot back. Inhaling, open. Exhale, release. Inhale, rising. Take it all the way back. Left hand finds the back of the right leg. Reach with that right arm. And then exhale, windmill your hands back down to the mat. This time, let's step it back, three-legged dog. Reach that left foot up to the ceiling. Draw the heel into the bottom and open up the hips. Good, as we inhale, let's bring that left foot back through. And find your lunge again. Good. Extend, straighten through the front knee. Shift that back foot in. As we inhale, reach forward with our spine lengthen. Exhale, release. Good. Just take a moment to catch your breath here. Take a moment to lengthen back out of the hips, through the spine, through the top of the neck. On your next inhale, right hand, we come onto our fingertips. With our left hand, we're going to pin our hips back, our left hip back, and then we're going to reach up towards the ceiling. Hold for a breath. And exhale, release. Good, step it back into our plank. And move through our chaturanga. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good, let's go. We've got one more go on the opposite side. Bend the knees, step, hop or jump into your forward fold. On your next inhale, sweep up, find your chair. Sit a little lower, bring your hands to your heart. And let's move straight into that twist. Left elbow hooks over the right knee. Good, pull that right shoulder back and down. Inhale, open your wings. Good. From here, we're going to we've gone a step further. Bring your hands back to your heart. Step that left foot back first. And then let's open our wings and we're a bit more stable. Good. From here, on your next inhale, coming up into that twisted lunge. Right hand finds the back leg. And exhale, reach your left hand back and over. Good. Relaxing down, frame the front foot. Inhale, we take our right foot back into our three-legged dog, extending up. Draw the heel into the bum, open through the hips. Take a moment of relief there. And then exhale, stepping it all the way through. Good. Extending through that front leg and stepping our back foot in until both feet are straight, both legs are straight. Extend, lengthen through the spine and exhale, fold. Holding here, pulling that right hip back so our hips are nice and square with the front of the mat. On your next inhale, lengthen. Find your fingertips, your left fingertips on the ground, and as you inhale, reach that right arm to the ceiling. Pin those right hips back. Exhale, release. Good, nice work. Step it back into your downward dog. Good. Push your head and neck through your shoulders. Take a moment to just gather your breath. Release, relax here. On your next inhale, rolling forward into your plank. And as gently as we can, let's release down to the mat. Good. We're going to take our hands wider this time. As we inhale, push up in your seal pose. So we're just relaxing through our glutes. Roll your shoulders back and down, and just like you would imagine a seal, hands out wide, pressing into the ground. Good. Take a moment to just roll out the neck here. Notice how your lower back is feeling. Good. From here, taking your hands as wide as you need, we're going to drop our right shoulder to the mat. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, drop the left shoulder to the mat, bending into the right elbow. Inhale, coming up. So just moving back to those gentle movements through our spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. Inhale, up. Nice work. Bring them back into center and lift to all fours. Good. As we start to be a bit more gentle, wind down our practice. Just slow your breath right back down. I know I'm working up a sweat here. Reach your fingertips all the way out in front. Keep your hips nice and high. And let's bow our body. Draw your chest to the ground. And just feel that lengthening and that stretch into your upper back this time. Your chin might find the mat or your chest. Inhale, lifting back up and coming into a seated position. Good. Extending your legs out in front. Take a deep breath in, reaching tall. And as we exhale, flex your toes towards you and relaxing all the way over. Taking a few deep breaths here. And slowly rising back up. Stepping your left foot over your right. Take a deep breath in, reaching tall. Similar to our twist at the start, we're going to hook our right elbow over our left knee. Left hand comes behind, we lengthen out of our head. If it feels too much like this, you can just hug that left knee in towards you. Inhaling as we lengthen and exhaling as we twist. Notice if you feel a bit warmer in that position now after moving through our flow today. Notice if you can go a little further without pushing, just coming to wherever that end point is for you today. Take one more inhale, lengthen taller. Exhale, twist further. Good, let's unravel. Take a deep breath in, keep your legs where they are. And we're just going to take our hands in the opposite direction. So your left hand comes to the inside of the left knee. Right hand comes behind. And let's unravel the opposite direction. Take a twist over that right shoulder. And then release. Extend both legs. Deep breath in. Let's take our right foot over this time. And as we exhale, we hook our left elbow over our right knee. Right hand behind. And exhale to twist over that right shoulder. Remember, you can hug that knee into you if that feels better, if that allows you to lift taller. With every exhale, we're twisting further over that right shoulder. One more inhale, a full exhale, and let's unravel. Deep breath in, reach to the ceiling, grow long. Exhale, opening your arms. Right arm on the inside of the right leg, left arm behind, and just unravel. Good. Slowly unravel yourself and just draw your body to the mat, however feels good. Grabbing onto both knees and maybe taking a few rocks along the spine, massaging it out. And then gently coming to find that flat back position on your mat. Keeping your knees tucked in, take your arms into that wide T position and dropping our knees over to the right. Try and keep both shoulders planted on the ground. And really just starting to settle your breath here. If you want to deepen the stretch, you can take your right hand to the top of the knee. On your next inhale, coming back through center. And exhale, let your knees drop over to the left. Try and keep that right shoulder down onto the ground. Maybe your left hand helps the knees over. Breathing as deep into your belly as you can. On your next inhale, come back up to center. Taking a nice big bear hug, draw your knees in, tuck your nose into your knees, and then completely release everything to the mat. Extending overhead, take a nice long stretch. Reach your toes away from your fingertips, lengthen in opposite directions. Allow that curve to return to your spine, and then as you exhale, start to melt, release everything into the ground. Take your arms out wide. Let your heels fall to the ground. Let your body be heavy. Feel the backs of your calves, your glutes, your back and shoulders, the back of your head, pressing deep into your mat. And just allow your spine to relax and soak up your practice today. Allow your body to soak it up. I know I've just worked up a real sweat. It's a super hot afternoon here today. So that felt a bit more like a workout than I intended, but I know my back will thank me for it for sure. As you start to slow your breath down, take a moment to tune in with your spine, your back, wherever you felt the most sensation through today's class. And just directing your breath there. If you can, I recommend staying on your mat for another 5 or 10 minutes, or really as long as you can, because often that's where the magic happens. Letting your body just soak up your practice rather than rushing off your mat. But thank you for joining me for another practice. Thank you for showing up for yourself and rolling out your mat. That's often the hardest part of the practice, so well done. Thank you guys, namaste, and have a lovely rest of your day.